So right now it's 6:26 in the morning. Hold on. I don't know if that's not clear. Right now it's 6:26 in the morning. My mother recently got a 5 cubic deep freezer, and so the refrigerator freezer was reorganized. Lo and behold, we had. I wish I remembered the cut of meat it was. It was some cut of beef, and it was from last year. And the whole thing is, oh, this is a year old. I'm like, you know what? I'll just cook it real quick. I wasn't planning to, and it wasn't until it was already on that I realized that I had in fact started making a beef. So I started the way I usually make. We didn't have. I don't have a lot of. I didn't have any bitter sour orange marinade. I don't have that today, so it was just mostly wild amount of mustard suspension, not mustard powder because we have mustard powder too. Mustard suspension. I added in a packet of fire sauce from Taco Bell. I added in a spare little pack of barbecue sauce, I think from Wendy's. Um, and I added a whole lot of seasoning to that. I also added, ooh, this is the first time I'm using it. I don't, so first of all, I let that meat sit for hours in cold water to soften it up, right? Then I added all that mustard and whatnot. Then I had this thing from, I don't know if you guys have Ollie's. I had this thing from Ollie's that I got one time at Ollie's. Oh, hold on. What is it? I added scoops full of this because it's also a mustard and it smells nice. I've had it. I don't necessarily like it on sandwiches, but I've had it. It's been cooking on and off for hours now. It's actually super tender. I don't know what it's going to taste like because I seasoned this wildness, but it's actually super soft at this point. But not soft. And well, that part is soft enough, right? Anyway, what else did I add to this? Let me see. Let me see. I added. Hold on. Sesame seeds, black pepper, of course. Did I add salt to this one? I don't think so. This time I did it different. This time, in the butter that I toast the onion powder usually in, I also added a whole lot of red pepper because I like leaning towards spice, right? Sesame seeds, I said, white pepper as well. I had not parsley. Did I add parsley? No, I added a bunch of coriander because it smelled good to my nose. I don't think I cook with coriander a lot. I think that's Alyssa and Javier who got that. Anyway, it just, it has a nice color developing. It does. Let me just rinse this real quick. Oh, I've also added, doesn't that just look so festive? Ignore the other mess, it's getting organized. But does that look so festive in the background? It does to me, especially with the lights off. Anyway, the light outside is coming up, so depressing. But here bubbling away. I also added essentially like 2 bottles of water. Yeah. So actually, it's quite soft here. Well, also I also cut it up, as you can see. I cut it up. This I think is the largest piece I forgot to cut up, and it's just been the sauce is getting my skin. It's just been throwing out lots of fat, so it's a lot of crisping right now. It's a lot of flavor making right now. So I have called it done. Oven is off. My tea is waiting for me to take out the tea bags from steeping. The sauce, um, pretty thick. Could have made it thinner if I wanted to. Could have made it thicker if I wanted to. I don't. I'm thinking about storage space for when it cools. So I'm just gonna let it cool a bit before I taste. And I take it off the fire, I guess, and clean. I need to clean the stove. A lot of splatterage. A lot of splatterage. A very fatty piece of meat. Also, I guess I let it cook out a lot. I gotta clean this. Ugh. Anyway, but it's looking real soft. I'm wondering how it's gonna taste. Is the question. Yeah. All right. All right. This is a cut of beef. Heat. coming off fresh. I just took a little piece, right? Let me. Okay, it's really soft. Let me show you, for example. I can't show you. It's just. You shouldn't take my word. It's really soft. Anyway, okay, let me get a proper spoon. All right, I got a spoon. I put the other spoon back in the pot where I was using it. Really soft. What's it gonna taste like? Mmm. It's kind of hot in the front and in the back. So unsurprisingly, that tastes like a lot of the mustard cooked down. But then after a while, you feel the heat in the back of your tongue. Then it moves to the front. You don't really taste the raspberry, which I didn't expect to, but it's also like not as sharp mustard, which I expect is from the raspberry, the honey raspberry, whatever it's called. I took another piece of beef. I just want to say I didn't mean to make beef. It's kind of, I don't know, I like to throw out meat, so okay. I think this actually, Yvonne, is the closest to the beef I mean prepared for you, but it's got a different flavor profile, a bit more spicy. You know, I have a. It's not even spicy. It's piquant. The thing with my beef is, the cooler it gets, or just the more I take, the better I can like deal it with it. Right. The raspberry mustard is a bit. It has little raspberry seed bits or whatever, so it's a bit like textury. So that didn't dissolve completely like the sesame seed does, but maybe I shouldn't put two entire things of water because that part. I want to say it's dry, but it'll also be as hot once it cools. But also, if it's dry, that's what the gravy's for. And so now, what's orange juice? I take it back. It lingers the heat. Maybe that was the red pepper flakes. That's what I'm gonna say. That in the butter, I toasted a bunch of red pepper flakes. It's lingering. I'm gonna take some more orange juice.